All right, fellas, we're back, and we got a little bit of a controversial one. I've got my iced Americano at 7:56 p.m. It's about my 12th one of the day, but we're going to get right into this. What we're going to be talking about is why being jacked is actually more valuable than being rich. I'm not even sure I fully believed this until recently, and an event transpired that made me realize how true this really is. And in reality, it does not matter, especially in today's modern age, how much clout, how many followers, how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you make 50 or 100K per month. If you are out of shape, people will not respect you. But that's not what this video is about. It's not about respect. It's about your presence in the real world. And what do I mean by presence? I mean, when you walk into a room, people automatically are drawn to you. You have an energy about you, and people automatically want to get to know you. If you can harness this energy and actually build a decent physique, you are automatically going to open up so many opportunities and doors for yourself. And the reason I'm talking about this today with so much conviction is because I was at a gym here in Bali with one of my friends who's also, jacked. He's in great shape. He's tall. And an extremely famous rapper showed up. Probably one of the biggest rappers in the world right now. More money, status, clout, whatever you want to call it, than anyone. Right? Can get any girl he probably wants just by sending a DM. But when we saw him in real life, we looked at each other and we said, is that really him? Not in a way where we're like, holy shit, he's here. More like, there's no way that's what he looks like in real life. It's kind of crazy the image people can create online. But when it came to seeing him in person, we were both dumbfounded. We couldn't believe how little presence he had in the real world. He was a lot shorter than we imagined. He was a lot smaller and skinnier. And he almost walked around like he was anxious, and it kind of reminded me of like a Siamese cat. The ones with no hair that are extremely skittish and run away from everything. That is what he reminded us of, because he just seemed like he had no actual confidence in himself, regardless of the image he portrayed online. Listen, fellas, all the fame, all the money, all of these things, but no aura. And I hate to use the word aura because it's kind of a meme now, but really no presence in the real world. What it goes to show you, this is the illusion of status and power. And it made me realize that so many guys I know are chasing that extra 10K a month, that extra whatever it is, that extra client, whatever it is, to try and make them feel that confidence, but nothing is going to hit the same as being in shape and walking into a room and everyone being like, who the hell is that guy? And I think the reason why being in shape and being jacked and being in incredible physical condition gives you so much presence is because everyone knows you can't buy it. If you are making 50K a month, people will probably think, oh, what's his ad spend? Or, oh, he just got lucky. Maybe it's daddy's money, right? Like if you're flaunting a bunch of wealth. But if you build a physique, regardless of people say you have, you're on steroids or whatever it is, you still have to work extremely hard, and every single person knows that. And that's why such a small portion of the population is in shape, is because it takes a lot of effort. That was the event that triggered this video. However, through meeting people, networking, I hate to call it that, but just meeting people who make money online, there is a huge difference in the guys that are in shape and the guys that are not. The guys that are in shape instantly respect each other. They instantly get along. They instantly know this man is most likely a man of his word. He is physically capable, but also he can go through tough times, and he's probably someone you can trust a little bit more than someone who's out of shape. And there really is a huge divide. And I truly mean this because I know people that have done courses or networked with guys that have exited companies for 50, 100 million, but the guy's out of shape. And what's the first thing people mention is, yeah, he has all that money, but look at the way he looks. And that is just the way society is. That is just, we are in a image-driven society. And if you are out of shape, it does not matter how much money you have, people will not respect you the same. And I think it really comes down to something subconscious. We look at someone who is out of shape and we said, if you can't even handle your own body or what you put in your mouth, how can you handle my money, my business, a relationship, anything? You can't even really be trusted because you can't even be trusted around food. So how can I trust you with anything of my possession? And this is the case when people even try to do outreach to me. If they are out of shape, if they are skinny, or they clearly don't work out, or they're overweight, I immediately just disregard their message. I'm not even going to think about responding to them. I actually get a little bit annoyed that you would think I would work with you if you're out of shape. And to some of you, this may sound rude or it may hurt your feelings, but this is what you need to hear. You need to understand the competitive advantage you will get if you get jacked. And it is truly a night and day difference between the people that are in shape and the people that are not. People are going to treat you differently when you're in shape. It is a visceral reaction. I'm not just talking about women. Obviously, women love a guy that's in shape, regardless of what they say. Never listen to what a woman says. Always look at what she does. If you're jacked, you know this. If you've dated a girl, she's going to say, oh, I like it when you're a little bit softer, but when you're shredded, she gets feral. However, That's not the point of this video. It is a visceral reaction, and men are going to treat you completely differently as well. They're going to want to get to know you. They're going to want to know what you do, how you did it, how you're in this good a shape, and they're instantly going to have respect for you. I can talk about the external benefits of being in shape for hours, right? Obviously, we know people are going to respect you more. As I said, it's more valuable than being rich. You're going to have presence, you're going to have aura, whatever. Women are going to be more attracted to you. But what you need to realize is how you are going to feel on a daily basis is going to be completely different once you get in shape. You don't realize that when your body, especially if it has more fat, you're literally aromatizing your testosterone into estrogen. You are becoming an estrogen factory, making you emotional, making you less likely to take risks and make decisions quickly. You're literally just becoming a worse version of yourself. And that is the cold hard truth. You're literally becoming less masculine, less manly, and less likely to succeed in this life, because in today's world, the guys who take risks and go all in on things, those are the ones that succeed, because you get respect from everyone as well. You don't realize how foggy your mind is right now and how little energy you actually have if you are out of shape. And once you get lean and you start training extremely hard with ferocious intensity and you start eating a whole foods diet, you are going to realize the current position you are in, and you are not operating even close to 100%. You're probably operating at 40%. You're producing more estrogen, you're reactive, you're emotionally unstable, you are not the best version of yourself or even close to it. And it doesn't take long once you start actually training hard and eating good food. You will start noticing that your quality of life on a day-to-day basis drastically improves. And once that starts happening, you start building a little bit of confidence, and you're gonna start building up that presence when you walk in a room. And I hear this from clients all the time. It doesn't take long, maybe 2 to 4 weeks. People start treating them a little bit differently, because it's how you actually view yourself. It has nothing to do with your body changing yet. In 2 to 4 weeks, your body's probably going to look very similar. You probably lose 10 pounds, but that's not going to be a drastic change in your physique. However, the way you view yourself is completely going to change, because you're finally doing the thing you know you need to be doing, and that builds confidence in yourself and unwavering self-belief. And that's really what this is all about. Getting jacked is awesome, right? Building a good physique, there's tons of external benefits, as I said earlier, but the way you view yourself is really what matters most. We oftentimes forget that we literally only have one shot at this life. You are never going to be this age on this day. Tomorrow, you are literally going to be a day older, and you're never going to be able to do this again. So you might as well go through life with a great quality of life, feeling confident, having self-belief, and pursuing the life you actually want. All of us want to be in shape, living that dream life, whatever your dream life is, and you can literally make that happen. But the problem is you lack confidence, and you need to build that first by getting in shape, and it'll bleed into every single area of your life. Now, if you're ready to do this and you want a little bit of guidance, click the link down below. You can work one-on-one with me. I've done this with hundreds of people, but I've also done it for myself. So if you're interested, click the link below, book a call, and we'll talk.